Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I'm your host Stan Rattan and this is the Blue Collar Wine Program where I try to help you spend your wine dollars wisely. It is the 4th of July week in the San Juan Islands. That means it's absolutely nuts at work. I got my work shirt on, I'm doing this video at lunch, which is, kind of amazing all by itself that I'm even doing this. But I got these great wines called The Show. By the way, these dudes were on Gary Vaynerchuk's show, Wine Library TV, if you guys remember that show. And I got a poster. He had the three guys that are behind the show, Roger Scommes, Charles Bieler, and of course Joel Gott. Those are the three guys. I got their signatures, pretty cool. Those are the three guys behind the show project. And of course Trinchero jumped into the mix, which is, you're familiar with Trinchero. They do Sutter Home, they do Menage a Trois, they do a bunch of stuff. Trinchero's a big company. They partnered up with Joel Gott, Charles Bieler, and Roger Scommes. So, there you go. We're going to try some of their wines. They're all reasonably priced. They're about $15.50. You can get them cheaper in some places, all the way down to $13. First one we're going to try is the Show Cabernet Sauvignon 2012, California. Give you a little shot of the label. Now their wines are from all over the place, because they source their fruit. Joel Gott is the consulting winemaker, so he gets involved in how these wines turn out. I'm a big fan of Joel Gott. I think he does an excellent job in making wine and in overseeing production. So let's give this a little rinse. Looking forward to the 4th of July 2014. And of course, things are cranking at the store. We're selling lots of wine. A little bit of oak right off the bat, cherries and currants. Getting a hint of tobacco, a little bit of leather. I think I got a little bit on my glasses. Much better. It's fairly perfumed. I even get some red flower notes out of it, which I like a lot. A little bit of plum action. Getting a little bit of plum on that baby. Let's see what we get on the palate. Nice currant and cherry notes, a little bit of plum coming through on the palate. Get the red flowers, kind of the red violets, rose petal thing going on. The oak is not prominent. It's well integrated with the fruit, which I like. $15.50, roughly around $15. Let's call that even, maybe $14.99, $15. That's a pretty good cab. Good fruit, good structure. Nothing you're gonna get super excited about, but a great cab. If you're having barbecue, you just want to sit, kick back, and drink a cab, and it's something that a lot of people will like because it has a nice broad palate appeal with the good fruit, a little bit of oak, soft tannins, get a little bit of spice action on the backside. I think it's well made. It's not super fantastic, cab, but I like it for the price. I'm going to go B on this wine. BB minus. Let's not be too generous. Good cab, above average, better than above average for $15.50. Let's move on to the next one. So what they do is they source fruit from around the world. This is a Malbec, and guess where it's sourced from? Well, let me think. Mendoza, Argentina. Go figure. That's where most of the great Malbec fruit comes from. Can you see that? Let's see. There you go. Cool label. If you like that sort of jazzy kind of cool thing, and it's based on, of course, some, obvious work of art. I will spare you the reading the back label, but it says show posters of Hatch Show Print. 2012 Malbec, Mendoza, Argentina. These are all the same price, $15.50. Which, you know, when it comes to Malbec, I'm just telling you, $15.50, you're starting to push the envelope. I know Catania can get away with $20. We got Luigi Bosca, which is part of the Paul Hubbs project, over $20. There's a lot of good Malbec in that higher echelon, but for the major consumer, for most of the consumers, they're used to, you know, they're used to 10, 11, 12, 13 bucks. Let's see what we get on the nose. Almost like a minty aroma coming through. Like minty boysenberries and black plums. That's about all I'm getting out of this. A little bit of wood, a little bit of tobacco, a little bit of forest floor coming through, but not a lot, not a huge amount. Mostly I get a minty, blackberry, and plum boysenberry thing going on. A little bit of, I'd say a little bit of violets and rose petal. Let's see what we get on the palate. Palates, like I have more than one. Let's see what we get on the palate. Like it, nice structure. Did you like the little background, the ferry horn going off in the harbor? A lot of stuff. Cool place to be. San Juan Islands. You know, this has good structure. Little red flowers coming through. A lot of boysenberry, a lot of plum, currants. More on the red fruit side, like red plums, cherries, red currants, with just a tiny hit of black fruit on the back end. Silky tannins, they have that chalkiness that I'm so used to with Malbecs from Argentina. Something I like a lot about them. The red flowers are coming through. Little spice action, like a little white pepper on the back end. Still smooth tannins, very nice. I like this Malbec a lot. I'm going to go BB plus on this one. Nice job, guys. Let's move on. So we got BB minus, BB plus. Now we're moving on to the Show Garnacha from Spain. This is from Calatayud, Spain. Again, $15.50, anywhere from $13 to $15.50 depending on where you're shopping. Northeastern Spain, with its rugged terrain, hot summers, and cold winters, is the birthplace of Garnacha, or Grenache, and still delivers the purest expression of this dynamic grape. Our Garnacha is concentrated and rich, bursting with dark fruit and chocolate flavors highlighted by spicy notes. You'll quickly understand why we crossed the Atlantic to bring it back. There you go. Let's see what we get on the nose. God, very aromatic. I mean, it just like leaps out of the glass into your nose. A little bit of red and black licorice. Red plums. Getting like a little cinnamon action going on, which is really interesting. Definitely currants, but that cinnamon with the plums and the currants is very, very, very nice. With the licorice, I'm liking the nose on this. Let's see what we get on the palate. That cinnamon is still there, definitely there, with the red plums, with the licorice, with definitely there's a little bit of currant going on, especially on the back end. I get a little bit of currants coming through on the backside. It's a little leather action. Actually, this one has a little bit of a grip going on. You get a little like leathery wood tannin grip on the back end. This one has some attitude. You know, these are both really good. This one has some attitude. It's like showing some pipes, baby. I even get a little bit of strawberry coming through on this. Very seriously grippy on the backside. This Garnacha would be exceptional with barbecued ribs of any kind. Pork, beef, whatever kind of ribs you're doing, this would be beautiful. White pepper all day on the backside. It's lingering on my mouth. Again, 15.5, anywhere from 14 to 15.5 bucks. You know, this is a nice expression of Garnacha. Just a touch thin on the backside. The weight of the Garnacha doesn't carry all the way through. I'm going to go B on this one. It's good value for the money. I think they're all, you know, good wines. It depends on where you get them, how much they're asking for them, but they all fall in, you know, under 16 bucks. It's a good value. Good job, Joel Gott, Charles Bieler, and Roger Scommes. I mean, look, sorry guys. Roger Scommes, excuse me. Nice effort. Good job. Thanks for watching. Cheers, and here's to keeping the snob out of wine.